this be gone.
Oh my God, the Mary J.
Could you
Blige
imagine?
are sold out. You remember to the girls?
Yes. Imagine me. I accidentally
Not
plucked a little
you,
too much,
T.
and then now I ain't got no tail, and I'm just like this. Nick.
Nickelodeon. You was like,
Nickelodeon.
okay. All right.
That was racist.
Do you
as
have
hell.
to gear up everything we do?
That was fucking racist.
Sprinkle your nigga flakes.
niggas.
Literally.
Your
Can you
nigga
stop being so
parsley?
fucking ghetto? What the
You
hell?
niggas.
No, I am an African American.
Nigga.
Don't call me a nigger. I'm gonna get a shirt that says not nigga, and they have it all crossed out.
Oh yes, that shirt, and it'd be like woman or whatever, black, African American. Like, shut your dusty ass up, nigga. Okay.
Oh, my
Oops.
pearls.
Let you
All right, so who goes
All
first
right.
for the pop culture?
I'll go.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Not That Complicated. What it do?
Hey guys.
Hello,
Welcome
everyone.
What it do, baby? It's the Iceman Paul Wall. I don't know. Every time I say that, now I have to say that part.
Something like a disco
Like a
ball.
disco ball. Hey.
I don't know the lyric in between that.
I might catch a cobra if I take a deep breath.
Okay.
You went to the next line. You did.
I did.
You did.
I don't know the song. He said something about opening up my mouth with something like a disco ball. Something by his mouth looking like a disco ball. I don't know.
Oh, his grill.
Yeah, he's talking about his grill, but something by his mouth. He
I
says he does something.
I put my grill
mouth,
in my mouth like a disco ball.
No, I think he says he opens up his mouth. I don't know. We don't know.
Me.
We don't know.
We're doing something here. Thanks.
All right. So, do you want to just get into it? Anybody got any updates they want to speak about? Anything going on? Anything? What's the topic? What's the topic? Follow the mods.
No,
My life is the same. Sleep deprivation, Chick-fil-A, Hulu, Netflix, work.
Sick world. Sick world we live in.
Except for sleep deprivation.
Yeah, no, I cannot.
I also eat Chick-fil-A and I also work.
Yeah.
I don't remember what else you said.
I think those are the main points.
Sleep.
Oh, Hulu, Netflix.
I sleep when I sleep, but when I don't sleep, I do not sleep.
I'm sorry to hear that. That
So
sounds like
H-E
double hockey
sticks. It's a bar for me.
I told her to do the TikTok. I told her to do it. It's a bar for me. But you could do a cute version. Bar for me. Ooh. Whatever, you can do your posing.
When I did this, that was just my first thought. Like,
stiff well.
Stiff well.
You just gonna take it off like that, big friend?
Charlie.
And I'm just gonna put it right the foot back on. Okay.
Wow. All right. So for the what is it called again? What's that thing called?
Icebreaker.
No. Icebreaker.
Not what that thing called. Can I pet that dog?
He's sleeping.
Well,
the remake of that is way better because she like shows the dog and the dog is not sleeping. It's just staring at her.
The dog's like, little nigga, you cannot pet me. Get your little country stuff on somewhere. Crazy to herself.
Yeah. All right. So for today, my icebreaker is: which type of relationship would you rather? Would you rather a loyal, faithful man, but he cannot keep a job?
This is racist.
This is fucking ghetto.
Okay.
Or a cheating ass man who takes care of you.
You know what? This is perfect for the topic.
Let me tell you something. If he has a business, that's not a job. So
Yes, that is a job, Morgan.
no,
No. He's
no.
not when he like
So
not have a job.
basically,
He's
so
not a provider, no
basically,
income.
he's broke.
Yeah,
Basically, I had to choose
yeah.
between broke and good or rich and bad.
I mean, I didn't say he was rich. I just said he take care of you, and I didn't say the other person was broke. I just said he's not a provider. He's not doing all that. He doesn't keep. He can't keep a job. That's like every time you turn around, he getting let go, getting fired, not having a job. He can't keep a job. He don't want a
Stressful.
job. So, go ahead, you guys.
Those are two extremely stressful
Honestly,
situations.
it's like both. They're both horrible.
Like
Um,
with the one that can't keep a job, I feel like you guys are always going to be arguing about finances.
Because
Oops.
you are. Because you're going to feel like you're doing everything and you're going to resent him.
Yes. And then with the cheating nigga, y'all always going to be arguing about these bitches and hoes.
Exactly.
So, I mean, like, pick a struggle, I guess. I'm going to go with the, can't keep a job, but loyal and faithful.
Wow.
He can't keep a job, but that means he still be getting jobs. He just can't keep them.
Wow. Beautiful gown. How about you, Megan?
I don't know, man. Like, I'm trying to think. If I had my own empire, then I could just bring him on and I wouldn't fire him. Like, I could make him a manager over something, right?
But he losing jobs for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, probably a little bit.
It's not just
if we're
not
being
bad
honest.
luck. It's
Yeah.
not just like coincidence.
I would like to say I would choose the good man. I'm gonna just make that my answer. Do y'all not believe
I'm just glad I said to break the ice to you. I am not
Tejah, you don't believe
choosing the
me?
good man. I'm not choosing the good man.
Oh, it's the silence for me.
I'm not. I can't. First of all,
Because I just can't be like, if you're my partner and I don't really like you or trust you like that, then what's really the point? I could pay my own bills, you know?
but we already said I don't want to. I thought we've already. I don't want to do that. And
This is just a relationship. Technically, it's not a marriage, is it?
right,
So,
technically, I did not say a marriage. I just
all
said
right, so
which relationship would you choose to be
cool,
in?
because it's not a marriage. Because I
Yeah,
couldn't do it for the rest of my life now.
yeah, I'm definitely choosing the cheating because I just want to have sex with him. I'll just cheat back. We'll be even, and I'll just be like gallivanting, doing what I want to do on his
Toxicity.
dime, having
Weak.
fun.
I'm weak. Well, that's just how the cookie fucking crumbles sometimes.
It really is. It really is.
All right, y'all. Ready for the pop culture?
Pop culture.
So recently, Meghan and Harry did their interview with Oprah, detailing all of the treachery that took place in the kingdom, right? And I think we as a collective, especially on Black Twitter, I don't really know what they were doing on Snow Possum Twitter, but for us, we were standing, with them in their choice to leave, and then Harry stepping up and being a man and getting his woman up out of there. Now, my question to y'all is, let's take Meghan and Harry's like personal issues and battles. Let's table those. And let's just say you meet a prince and y'all fall in love. Would you leave?
I fell in love with a white man.
Let me finish, Jametra. Okay, in this situation, let's say it's like some Bridgerton, there's been some intermixing within the last few generations. Just hypothetically, you fell in love with the prince, you want to get married to him. But as you know, like, it's not just all peaches and cream. Like, there are a lot of things that come with being a royal. Would you abandon your American life and like leave and go be a princess?
So first of all, am I marrying into a white family? Is that what you're?
Whatever race you feel you could fall in love with for this scenario is what it is.
Okay, so they have to be black.
Okay.
So what are the issues?
Like, there comes the media pressure, there comes the constant scrutiny, having to constantly be on the go. You basically have to abandon your mental health, honestly. Let's just be real. There's a plethora of things.
I mean, if I don't have to deal with racism, I think I'm okay with not being American. Well, I don't think I would not be American, but I'm okay with leaving America and going to as long as no racism is involved. I can't do that. But all the other stuff you just named, who cares? That doesn't sound stressful.
Tejah?
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not curtsying to nobody. I'm not following these rules that they be making you follow. They're talking about this is a respectful way to talk to people. You can't really speak out the way you want to speak out when you're a part of the monarchy. No,
You can't even wear certain nail polish colors.
Exactly. You can't wear
tell I didn't watch
skirts.
it.
You can
No,
only
I didn't learn that from the interview, but that's a known fact.
yeah,
Like, there's things you can't do.
Yeah, you got to wear stockings with everything.
They control if you want to go out to eat with your friends. They'll be like, "Oh no, you can't do that right now."
Mm-hmm.
Just like,
no, then never mind. Change my mind.
Not me having to ask permission.
I changed my mind. No,
I changed my mind.
Especially
you probably
since I'm
can
not
never
gonna
dye
be
your hair.
especially not since she was never gonna be the queen.
Forget y'all 613 wigs. It's not happening.
Eric and Tay is not coming up in my palace because they're gonna be like, no.
Yeah, the life you live now would be completely gone. I don't think I could. He would have to leave the kingdom for me, like Harry, because there's just no way.
Doing all that, and like Jametra said, I'm never gonna be the queen. So why am I doing all this?
Exactly.
Sounds pointless.
Now, would you do it if you had potential of being the queen? Like if you were Kate, because Kate will be queen at some point.
Well, a homegirl won't die, so. Kate
But
might
the
die
gag is,
her.
even when she dies, it has to be Prince Charles. That's his name, Charles.
Yeah.
Then he has to die. Then it'll be William.
And they got some kind of, for them to be incestuous, they got some long living people over there.
They over there drinking children's blood.
I could believe it.
What you got? What you got, boo?
Yeah. So apparently, little mama took it upon herself to go online and what should I say? Is she being homophobic? I think she's transphobic. Maybe both. She's being fucking weird. So
point blank period. Point blank period.
Because I don't know why why did she feel the need to just say this?
Why was this on her heart?
Yeah, why was this so heavy on her heart? Like, is she coming encounter with it? Okay, let me just read it first. So on her Instagram, she reposted a tweet onto Instagram that says, so the tweet says, so children are too young to smoke cigarettes, too young to drink alcohol, too young to get a driver's license, too young to go to a club, too young to gamble, too young to rent a car, but old enough to cut off their genitals and or change their gender. This is insanity. Hashtag America. And then Miss Little Mama added her thing in and says, oh my God, first of all, whoever put this tweet, like they put it on their Instagram, and I can't see their whole caption, but their caption says, here it is. The population growth of Caucasian people is in the negative. And I can tell from there, it's going downhill, whatever he was going to talk about. So then little mama decides to post, She reposted this and commented and says, depopulation at any cost. What the? Depopulation at any cost, cat fight, sword fight. You be a cat, now I'm a dog. Whatever to stop new life reproduction. Okay, so first, aside from the grammatical errors, why was this heavy on your heart? Is she pregnant? Is she having kids? Because if you want the population to grow, why don't you repopulate us? Why is that your worry? You're not.
Maybe she got hacked.
No,
that just don't sound right. Like what was that? I don't know.
She's like a Carrie Hilson saying that shit.
Yeah, I've never heard of depopulation. Like,
you want us to just go around and start killing
little
gay people or trans people?
I've heard the old people, the baby boomers talking about, oh my God, the millennials are not having any kids. We're gonna run out of people. Oh my God. They are saying that is a known fact that millennials and younger generations are not having kids.
Because we realized how much of a headache they are.
Yeah, and they started having kids when they were 12. So
thank you. Y'all were forced to be housewives and maids and take care of kids. I'm not doing that.
So, little mama, if you want the cure to depopulation, I don't even know if that's a word, but if it is, I need you to start populating. Come on, let's reproduce.
Exactly.
Why don't you get on it? I'm sure.
Chop.
Meg,
I could have sworn she was bi.
Okay. That was gonna be my thing. For someone who has faced scrutiny in the media for being compared to Shad Moss, to be said that she is a stud, that she a lesbian. She should have
sat there and ate her food.
But I don't think being gay is the problem. I think the trans is the problem.
I think that's where the trans exactly. People said she's a man before too, so
yeah. Because them wigs used to be thick.
And they say she look like Shad Moss. Say she is Shad Moss. So what does that mean?
She does look like her and Little Bow Wow. They do favor. Used to be a cat, now I'm a dog. Whatever to stop new life reproduction. Okay. But if I'm gonna become trans, do you know that I can get my eggs saved and then get a surrogate? Does she not know that exists?
So is her message that she just feels like trans kids shouldn't transition as kids?
That's from the original post. She's saying that she's agreeing that kids shouldn't be able to make the choice because if they want to transition.
Yeah, and her reason is not because they're too young and too slow in the head. Her reason is because of depopulation and stopping new life reproduction.
Hello, mama. Let me Google her name because I want to talk.
Yeah, I didn't know her real name to call her.
I think it's Natasha.
It might be.
Well, look here, Natasha.
Now, it makes more sense why the first reply was
Natia.
So raggedy.
Niatia. Niatia. Anyway.
Niatia. I hope it ain't Niatia.
Let me talk to you, sweets. This is not your ministry. This is not your people. This is not your calling. Stick to the rivers, lakes, and raps that you're used to. What I gave her little accolade because she was good in the TLC movie. That's why I said stick to the rivers and lakes.
She was good in that movie.
And the raps that you're used to. Go put on your lip gloss in the high school hallways. But don't worry about the population that does not concern you. I feel like there is a lot of talk and conversation as it relates to trans kids and what boundaries they should be able to cross. And everyone has their own opinion, and that's fine. But yours is just idiotic. And it should not be publicized. You should have kept that on your burner or on your brain, but we don't need
on
that.
Your brain. Nobody wanted to hear it.
Yeah. Because I fully support like Zaya Wade. I'm all for her.
I think that's what struck
started
all of this. Yeah. Because I think Zaya.
I think it's Zaya because it's
Zaya.
Zaya. So I never heard anybody say it aloud,
Me either.
but I think
Zaya.
it's Zaya. Yeah.
Had that like recent. I think she had a photo shoot or
Oh, and
something, or
She had an interview with
interview.
Michelle
With
Obama.
Michelle Obama.
That's what sparked. I saw this around the time. Yeah. So yeah.
Why they can't leave that little girl alone? What I don't understand,
Literally.
it's not your kid. You do what you
But
want
they
to do
also
with your
attacked
kid.
Dwayne, and I'm like, do you want him to hate her? Like, what is it that you want for him to do? If your kid comes to you and says, I feel so uncomfortable in my body to the point where X, Y, and Z, then as a parent who loves your child, you would do what you can to make them happy.
Exactly.
Like, it's not like she's going through surgeries or anything. Her body is still developing.
Yeah.
So what's the issue? I could understand the concern if she was trying to like go through all of these surgeries to like physically make changes. Then I would say, okay, wait, I feel like her body should finish developing and then go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Like that's
because genuinely you're just too young to even go through any type of surgery now. Like
now that I don't really agree with that part. But if you want to dress how you want to dress and do what you want to do to your hair and express yourself in a certain type of way,
because that's the reality. That's all she's doing. She's changed her name and she's changed the way she dressed and she wear nails.
Y'all really want that man to hate her, and that's crazy to me. That's crazy.
Sick.
Worry about your own kids.
That basically says if your kids don't conform to what you think they should be, you're gonna hate them. Thanks for letting me know, so I can call you yes when you drop your pregnancy announcement.
Like no.
Your sonogram at 3 weeks. You know,
not
at 3 weeks.
Girl, you
the baby still did little.
Literally, you can't even. I don't think you can get a sonogram at 3 weeks, man.
Well, they be like, I feel the kicks at 3 weeks.
But it was really they fo. That's crazy.
It's really just gas.
That's crazy.
Okay, so for me, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to talk about stomp. Make me clap my hands. We're gonna have to talk about Mr. Stomp himself.
I'm not canceling that man. Y'all can't make me stop listening.
Personally, me either. Now my AirPods moving to the phone because I started playing a video. I don't like that. That little ghetto. I didn't ask you to do that. Oh, I did. I actually did put that setting on. I'm gonna have to turn that off.
You actually did ask me to do that.
But can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't hear y'all. But we're just gonna go with it real quick. They're still trying to connect. But essentially, if you haven't seen the video, Mr. Kirk himself was cussing out his 33-year-old child. Apparently homeboy was being disrespectful. Apparently something happened. I don't really know what happened.
They've been estranged for a few years now, if not his whole life. I don't know about all that, but that relationship being like that is nothing new. That's from what I gathered. It's been like that for some time now. He just recorded it this time.
He was also cursing out his daddy. So what you?
Yeah, that's what I said. So who knows what he said? Like since it been like that.
Yeah, I'm not about to cancel that man because his grown son cursed at him and he cursed back. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's something cancelable. Like it's whatever. Yeah. I mean, if my mama cussed at me and I'm 33, we just gonna be cussing back at each other. Or then I'm gonna say, okay, holler at me when you calm down and you can talk to me like I'm a grown person. Then if you can't, I'll see you when I see you until you get it together.
I feel like if this was maybe 30 years ago, they would have canceled him. But
30 years ago?
It's 2021. The church as a whole has evolved. And, you know, younger people have more of a say-so and more like of an impact. And we're not canceling that man.
So you think you're gonna
still go hard in the car.
So you're saying that the older generation, like the church generation, would have canceled him for cursing?
For sure.
Okay. But the people I've been seeing, like the older people, they've been like, you don't ever disrespect your parents like that. I don't care how old you are. Like that's where they're so far. They're not even worried about the cussing. They're just like, you don't disrespect your parents. It's always your parents.
Yeah, the church when it was like you show your knees and you something wrong, like that church.
Yeah.
That one right there. They would have been like off with his head. Ain't no mountain
out of here.
I
Yeah,
just
you
thought
know
it was
people.
funny.
You know people doing their whole little think pieces. Not that one. Don't you ever? I was like,
all right, Plies.
you're like, I ain't never gonna do that.
I dare you. I dare you.
I dare you. Be like, shit.
Did he hang up?
Just because somebody makes gospel music,
Like,
it doesn't mean that they're not human. Like, okay, he makes amazing gospel music. Yeah. Preachers, I'm sure preachers curse. Some preachers curse.
Literally.
So,
it's very few
being a
people in the
preacher
world
or
don't
making music is what you do. It's like, that's
Wait
not.
a minute. Is he a preacher or he just make music?
No, I'm just saying.
He just make music.
Just like people in the church, it's like that's a role you play, but it's not like 24 hours of every day you're a preacher or you're a gospel musician. You're a person first.
Right, exactly.
And honestly, I don't think I don't think the gospel realm ever thought of Kirk Franklin as like, even though like, okay, yeah, you're a Christian. They didn't think of him as this holy roller based on the type of music he made. They already, like, when he first came out, they had beef with the kind of music he was making. So I don't think he was ever
like they already knew he was like
street.
Legit.
Yeah. I mean, if he could get over the whole porn scandal, he can get over this. He just cuss a little kid, cuss his kid out. You know, he'll be good.
His son just should have cussed him out back or just hung up on him first and then move on.
If you don't like, why are you over there recording it? It's the fact that you're recording it with the intent to try to bring that man down. Just because, what'd you do to that man? You're not gonna tell us what you did, because he didn't just call you and started cussing you out. Like,
crazy. You have your sister online defending your daddy. Like,
literally.
Did you think this through? Then just
and it's crazy because I didn't even know he had an older son. I thought he only had them 3 kids. You know, they must have been beefing because I ain't never seen another kid.
That's what I think it started. I think this is a kid from a different parent. Like, I think it's one where he had, because how old is Kirk Franklin? Yeah, I was like, how old is Kirk Franklin? Because this son is 33 not even years that old. I don't feel. Yeah, that's how I'm like. I feel like he had him as a young person.
Yeah, because the kids he got with Miss Tammy.
Yeah,
Tree.
So it probably was a whole different dynamic. Like, you know,
he's 51.
That's what I thought. I was gonna say 50
minus 51.
51 minus 33 is 18.
See,
okay.
See, when you have a kid from, like, then you got this other. Who knows what the mom was over there saying to him? Probably just a whole lot.
And they probably been having problems,
right? And I was like, Kirk Franklin was 18. He probably wasn't active.
Yeah, because he used to be in them streets.
Yeah, so he probably came back when he was later in life, and then, you know, when they come back later in life and be trying to tell you what to do, it don't work how they think it's gonna work. I'm telling you.
You're not me, Dad.
Literally, like,
they told me something. You thinking noodle head?
Oh, know something.
I don't even know you. Hell, Ma, who is this?
Literally.
He's coming to America too. This man say he my dad. Who this is?
Who is this? Who is this person?
I'm not gonna lie. Don't ever disrespect me. That and tune the other C is chicken. You dumbass hoe.
No. Also, you gotta add. What did he say to Bryson? When she said, "You lost your mind, and I ain't gonna be here."
You come to me when you find your mind, because you have lost it.
Mimi was like,
You got one more scan. You have one more time to embarrass me on this show.
Mimi literally was looking at him like, bruh, I know you ain't grow up
Cut the cameras.
Like the other one, but damn, I'm trying here. I know you had a stripper mama, but I am trying.
By the time it mattered, you had a little bit of umph in your pockets, okay? God damn. Stripper. Crazy tell self.
Oh my gosh, please.
All right. So let's get on to the topic. So if you cannot tell by the title, we are talking about the dangers of dating down. Doom, 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 doom.
Ooh.
That's why I said Jametra's icebreaker
Woo!
was like perfect for what we talking about. So literally, actually, the title is "Dating Down: Is it Good or Bad?" But we. I, so actually, before I get into the literally before I get into the actual questions, this is gonna be the first question I'm asking y'all. Are y'all dating a man that makes less money than you?
Like, am I currently dating or will I?
Like right now, like in your age, in the space that you are now, would you ever date a man that makes less money than you, where you are now, or forward? She about to say yes. She doing all that.
No, let me tell
Yeah,
you.
she's literally
Let me tell you how I feel. Right.
Yes.
I would, but it couldn't be this huge gap. One, two, I will not always feel this way. I just feel like the age I feel like the age I'm about to become, which is 25, like um that is when things start shifting for people and you start figuring things out more and really coming into what you want to be doing. Um so my tolerance for it would become less and less as the time moves forward. But like when I was 22, 23, and right now I'm 24, it's like I knew that I'm not like rich or anything by any means, but I've afforded a great life for myself and I'm able to do things that I want to do and I'm able to buy things that I want to buy. And I was also understanding that not everyone is going to be doing that at this age. Not to say they never will, just not at this age. So I was completely understanding of that. However, like I said, a huge gap. Like we can't do nothing because you don't make money. No. If you can like do the things I would like to do in a relationship, okay, cool.
Okay, you gotta check. That's what I was gonna say too. But first of all, you are rich. And second of all,
What?
you are rich. Once you come to terms with it, it's okay. You're rich. Fine.
State.
So, what I say, that's what I pretty much agree to. Like, if I'm not gonna say, I'm probably not gonna move in with a man who I make significantly more than. That's just not gonna work for how I feel. But while we're dating, if um if it becomes an issue where like I want to do X, Y, and Z, okay, I want to go on this trip, I want to go to this place, and then your money becomes an issue, and it's like hindering what I'm able to do, where I'm able to go, how I'm able to live my life. Yeah, we're not at the same place. Maybe in the future we'll meet back up and be in the same place, but just right now, no.
It's a no for her, dog.
No.
Well, it's a no
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I mean, my answer is gonna be basically Morgan's. In theory, I would like to say a hell no all across boards because I just
Yeah.
feel like I'm gonna just always, be like, nigga, shut the fuck up. I run this. I make more money than you.
Woo! I ain't gonna be like that. I wouldn't be like that, yo.
But also realistically, I'm okay. I could do a certain number gap in salaries. We got, as long as we're in the same tax brackets.
Agreed.
And it doesn't go past like that 15,000 mark.
Agreed.
I can do it.
Agreed. Especially since we're so young, I feel like there's just more leeway. But if you're not trying to do nothing, I almost said something very specific.
Age is the biggest part of my answer.
I almost said something very specific.
Like once I'm older, like when if I'm single,
once we're like
I'm
for real in our career, once we're like solidified in our careers, and you ain't even at the horizon of a career, what do we have to talk about?
Yeah, like how do I even meet you at this point?
You got an entry level,
right?
Like, nothing. You still like figuring out that same business plan for the past 5 years? Please.
No. It's not
Go
gonna
away
work for
from me with
me.
this.
Not gonna work for me and my goals that I have for myself. So
Mm.
no, I'm not gonna waste my time and I'm not gonna waste your time.
I'm not
It's okay.
supporting a 30-year-old wannabe rapper.
Oh,
Absolutely not. Please, can you imagine?
never.
No,
They
I
what he
can't
say his name? They
imagine.
call me 40%.
In
They call me 40
your
P.
face.
The way y'all
Hell
look
no.
crazy.
Julia's friends were fucked up for that. They wanted
She
to
would.
hook her up with a 40-year-old
I'm like,
rapper, but
damn,
they was
I'm
mad at
desperate
her
like that.
dating a driver.
Yeah. And I'm like, damn, I'm desperate like that. That
Tyler
y'all
Perry didn't
think
think
this is
that one
what
all
I
the way
need?
through. Right.
So, Tyler Perry made that?
That is little girls.
He
Wasn't that
made
Tyler Perry?
Jay. No.
That
That
is
was that's Color
was
Girl.
Daddy's Little Girls.
Yeah,
Girl,
that's
no,
Daddy
that
Little
is
Girl.
from Tyler's Daddy's Little Girls.
Yes.
40P is from Daddy's Little Girls, and I'm pretty sure Tyler Perry is.
Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was thinking of being Mary Jane when she was going off them stupid dates.
Week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
You will never make a fool of you.
you and me, it's like we out of space. I want to wrap them legs around your. What do you say? I want to wrap them legs around my
around my
waist
waist.
and in your face. Like, dude, relax. We're at a
Now
restaurant.
on
No,
all
thank
platforms.
you.
I don't want my legs anywhere near you.
And that says a lot.
And then
Like,
I think he was being ghetto at the restaurant.
He was like scrimps. He was like, why do white people got bread?
That's embarrassing.
He did. He did as did. Like when I say me, my mom and Jameer used to watch this movie like every week. Like this was our movie that we would have on repeat. Like I know that movie like the back of my hand. Like it's like as they're transitioning to the next scene, you hear him in the background. Why do white people got bread? Can I get some scrimps?
Tyler Perry does not
hate
want black
niggas.
women to win. He hates us. Tyler Perry would not let a black woman
It don't
win.
make no sense.
We always gotta struggle in all the movies. Damn.
Or
He
date
be
down.
trying us.
We have to realize that the nigga moving our boxes is the love of our life. Like why?
Right? Like Helen, she had Shamar Moore with them fucked
Why
up
it
wig
can't be
braids.
the CEO?
But that was after her nigga done kicked her out.
Literally, like she was going through struggle. First, she got this abusive ass husband, Charles, then kicked her out the goddamn mansion. Then she goes to this other nigga that don't make no goddamn money. He working in a factory or some shit. And she running in the factory talking about, I choose you. It's you.
That made me
And his hair was ugly. Like
Literally that fucking braided wig.
Please.
why we always gotta struggle? Everybody.
And that one that came out recently where homegirl was getting scammed by the
From Grace. Okay, that was dumb on her part, but it was one part of the movie where he was like, pass me the remote or something. He said something disrespectful to her.
Said, bitch.
Bitch. Oh my God. Damn. What the fuck? She an old lady. Why you gotta be doing all of that? Goodness.
She was so excited. She was so excited to be with that little boy. She was having a good old time with that boy. Okay. Let me get back to the questions. Let me get back into serious mode. Okay. What do you consider dating down? Like for you in general. I mean, for you specifically, what do you think is dating down?
I don't think it's just about finances is one, but like up here in the brain, if you slow, like hey, we all know men they slow, but some of them just be another level of stupid to where you cannot help them, to where it hinders their ideas, and so you're just like, what are we doing here? What do we have to? There's nothing me and you can ever talk about because you're that stupid.
Imagine dating a male version of chicken do comfort tuna or whatever she said.
She said,
I couldn't.
on the other sea, do chicken, dumbass hoe.
Nah.
That lives rent free in my head because first of all, ladies, it's chicken of the sea. And second of all, it's tuna. It says it on the You dumbass.
So you the dumbass. Okay. Woo! Just imagine dating a male version of that.
I could not. But y'all already know how I am when it comes to dating down.
Morgan makes her men take a reading test.
Okay, no. Let me explain something. Let me explain something. I do not make the men I date take a reading test. I just make sure that before I get into a relationship with somebody, I hear them read.
So
that's all.
So how do you?
But they don't know. They don't know that.
How do you get them to read something?
It's very casual. Like, it's stupid stuff. Like, I just make sure I've heard them read at least one time. Like, there's never been a relationship where I have not. Just because you're not about to embarrass me and we 6 months into the relationship and I find out you can't read, you know? And when it comes to dating down, I do feel like there's much more than finances. Definitely, y'all know, intellectually. If you dress like you're homeless, I can't do it. I don't want to be your stylist. If you can't put together a nice outfit without me, that's a problem. That's a problem. Now, I don't necessarily need someone who takes fashion and clothing as seriously as I do, not by any means. But if you can't look nice and you can't look presentable and you always want to wear some bootcut jeans and some Sperry's or something, I can't do that. First of all, you wouldn't even catch my attention. So let's start there.
Sperry's and socks like we're in 6th grade.
Like, I'm not doing that.
Do y'all think dating down could be considered, like, let's say I like to go out, I like to travel, I like to be everywhere and everywhere that's not home. But you like to be at home all day. Not because you don't have the money or that's just not what you like to do. What is that called?
I don't think that's dating down. I think that's
down,
having different preferences.
And different. I feel like at that point, you guys, there might be some fundamental things that are very different.
Yeah, I think dating down would be you want to travel and he might want to travel too, but he can't afford to go on the trip.
Yeah, that's so then now instead of you traveling internationally like you plan for yourself because you've pretty much done everything domestically, you're traveling domestically because this bimbo over here can't afford
you
nothing
taking
else.
A road trip to Biloxi.
Emphasis on road trip. Y'all driving everywhere. Ew.
No.
Ew.
I hate driving.
I hate road trips. So
we used to be road trip gang over here, but honey, now no. No, thank you.
Hell no. But yeah,
I used to think dating down was also educational, but I've changed my mind.
I feel like that could be.
I could see
why.
It could.
I could see why.
I could see how.
But there was a point where as soon as I learned you don't have a degree, I don't even want to hear nothing you have to say. I used to be like that, but now I like wait to see what kind of,
what you trying to do.
Yeah, like what do you bring to the table, and do you have a plan, or are you currently executing a plan? You just didn't go to college to do it.
Like, let's say, like, you don't have to have a degree to be an electrician, but electrician make money. You know, you can be a successful electrician. So
yeah,
it just depends on what you're doing.
At Walmart, that's different. That's different.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for me, dating down is just like Coach said. It's not just the finances; it's also the other things. Like, nigga, what you doing? Like, dating down would be like you dating somebody who don't have a car.
Girl, ain't nowhere in the world.
All right, I'm not doing that.
You're not about to go nowhere. You need to be able to get me or meet me. No,
I'm not doing that.
In the year of our Lord 2021.
Listen, y'all already know I got a small car. Nobody can fit in my car. Your head gonna be touching the roof. No,
I'm not doing that.
Why don't you have a car?
At this age, like
it's not like we're about to be 25. We live in New York. We all live in places where you need a car. Exactly. Why don't you have a car? How do you go places?
Yeah, do you just sit around?
Or bum?
You just Uber everywhere?
Like,
and then at that point, if you're Ubering everywhere, you could have got a car.
Literally, because Uber's
don't go anywhere.
Literally. Yeah, you have to be sitting in the house twiddling your thumbs.
Yeah.
Because what else are you doing?
Can you imagine? Can you come? Never mind. Tejah did that before. I was gonna ask if had somebody ever picked up somebody for a date.
I did.
Hell
I was
no.
in college though. Man, I
Yeah.
was in college. Things are a little different there. Not everybody be having cars in college.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
dated
a
somebody who
lot.
didn't have a car in college.
Yeah,
But
that's a
that
lot.
whole thing was a mistake, honestly. So, but we've already said that how many times on this podcast?
If he
Right.
was on, he should have just said, "Oh, let's do something on campus."
He
Y'all
didn't
could
live on
find something.
campus.
Oh damn! Well, how he got to school, the bus?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know how he got it. I don't know how he got there.
Tiger Trails. Tiger Trails used to be bussing. I ain't gonna lie.
Maybe, but because where he lived, it was very residential.
Oh,
It wasn't like a one of the apartments that was right off the road. No, he was
maybe
like
he
in a
Ubered.
neighborhood with other. I think it was with other football players. I don't fucking know. But I was like, I ain't doing
Oh,
this again.
please.
Okay, so this is actually a great segue to my next question. And y'all kind of answered it. Would you date someone who didn't have a degree?
Yeah.
Why or why not?
Like I said, I feel like I used to have the mindset that, you know, well, I would say for me, it was more about, in the beginning, it was more about you doing things and not finishing them, because I would meet a lot of men, like a lot of men, and I still do, who started college and never finished. And I was like, why is this like a common theme? So I had this complex, like, why y'all always starting stuff and not finishing it? Like, and they would say, oh, like things happen, but I feel like things happened for all of us. But anyway, that was neither here nor there. And then I just met new people in life and just realized that I mean, I always knew you could be successful without a degree, but I just think a lot of the times I was meeting the wrong people who didn't have a degree, and that shaped my view of what they all were like. And then I just started meeting people who were more, they had it together, they had a plan, they had a vision, they knew exactly what they wanted to do, and they were already starting to execute that. And that's what made me feel like, okay, like you can do great things and not have a degree. But before that, I was just meeting pretty much bums. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't have to have like a college degree, but you gotta have a trade. You gotta have a skill, um, something. You can't just. We're not just gonna be working at the AT&T store. What happened?
No, like literally nothing. I'm just like, wow,
I'm sorry, no, that was just funny. Okay.
not the AT&T or would
TT,
the app meet you?
no, TT. Okay, I am going to say no because I can the degree part is going to fall under college degree, trade,
Okay.
certificate, those kind of things. If you don't have any of those, no, I'm sorry, not happening for me. No, because one, I'm not falling for that whole.
Falling for
Can
the
you be
okie doke.
successful without a degree? One, who told you that? Two, where'd you get that from? Three, who are you looking at that's successful without a degree? Oh, let me guess, the white people.
But no,
What the fuck that got to do with me?
not even just the regular white people, the white people who are already rich. Their parents were
Exactly.
rich.
And
Like,
so,
I got $1 million loan from my
so like at that
parents
point,
to work on my business
am
plan.
why am I listening to Mark Zuckerberg come to my school and tell me that you do not have to go to school to be successful?
yeah.
Why am I
And
listening to
then
Elon Musk tell me that I don't got to go to school to be successful? Nigga, you came from money.
now we're already 25. How long I gotta stay down for your big idea to
Yeah,
work?
it's like we're older
Like,
now.
Exactly. I'm not about to go through what's that movie with Taraji P?
Oh,
uh-huh.
acrimony? No.
Acrimony. Not doing that.
Cause let me tell
Um
you, I I I sympathize for her. Like, I
it's
feel for
like
her. I
not
understand the
doing that.
anger. After all of this shit, you done stole my motherfucking mama house. We did
I can't have
all
kids
of
because
this,
of you. Like,
and everything she did, I'm like, he deserved it.
Well, but yeah, like I'm just, and then if you think about us as Black people, if you look at the numbers of those that are not Black men that aren't educated and where they are in life, it's not the same as the white counterparts. So I can't get with that whole, you don't have to have a degree to be successful, because the numbers are numbering and they're showing.
What if
you do?
They're a forex trader.
Absolutely not. Because if you're the type of forex trader that I be seeing on my Instagrams, you're participating in pyramid schemes. That is, those are MLMs, and no thank you. Because a lot of your money is coming from you recruiting people. No.
I'm not doing that.
If you're a regular day trader, that's fine. You do regular stuff. You're not promoting all on your Instagram and trying to get people to come and call people broke ass monkeys because they don't want to join your crew. That's fine. You could be a day trader. You can do all that, because that obviously means you're good with the finances, and you can, you're a partner that I need, good with the finances. But forex trader, no, hell no. Okay, whoops, I'm sorry, my phone unlocked. Okay, next question. Okay, I think we kind of already answered this one. When I asked, like, would you date down?
No.
We said no, right? Everybody said no, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The minimum is lateral.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So, do you think it's easier for men or women to date down?
It's easier. Well,
I'm gonna say for Black women specifically.
Yeah, I'm talking about Black people here. Yeah.
Yeah, because we tend to be more successful than them. 9 times out of 10. So it's harder for us to find somebody that's on our level. Whereas for them, there's so many successful Black women to choose from. So it's like, it's much harder for us to, find that balance.
And you know what's really crazy? Our white peers, they literally went to school and were told, "Oh, just go get an education degree so you can find your husband." And they fucking did that shit. And we just sitting here, I was like, damn, we over here trying to get real degrees to do something with it.
It's crazy.
Meanwhile, they snagged all the engineers.
Right. And we just sitting like fucking bump on the log.
Like, fuck.
What's next, guys?
Where do we go from here? Grad school?
No, it's crazy. And it really, I mean, I know that it's systemic and I know that there's so much behind it, but it just, the way that it is so disproportionate, that we are just the more successful gender. And I don't really.
And there's already way more Black women than Black men.
Which are it's just
like the population is already
it keeps getting, the filter keeps getting worse. It's like, what it's like at that point,
that's what my mama said, depopulation.
It's like, where do you compromise? Because I don't know if I really think about it. Okay, so I have 2 degrees. Jametra's about to have 2 degrees. How many Black men our age do you know with 2 degrees?
I don't know any.
I
don't know any.
I think I know maybe like.
Nick. That's the only one I know.
I think maybe I can count on one hand. How many?
I know
Josh.
Some.
I know two. Nick and Josh.
That's crazy.
I know some, but I can't think of them right now. But I know it's less than 5.
But women that I know with 2 degrees, I could just name.
Yeah, I know a lot.
So it's just
my mama.
That's a struggle. And I mean, I don't feel like I need to be with someone with 2 degrees or even 1 to have a great, successful, happy life. But I just do think it's crazy how this is really a thing that we have to consider. And I don't know, it might be a compromise for some people and it might not. Like for us, I think it'll be less of a compromise because, we've already acknowledged that you can find a great man who's successful, who hasn't gone to school. But if a woman just so happens to have wanted that for herself, there's most likely going to have to be a compromise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know one thing I will say, what I will not do, you don't have to have the degree, whatever. But if I can't come to you and be like, hey, I need this amount of money, and either you don't have it or you're throwing a fucking hissy fit about it, not
Leave
No.
happening.
me where you
Mm-hmm.
found me, Playboy.
Not literally not happening. Not
Mm-hmm.
happening.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, and I think it's definitely easier for women easier for women to date down because that's
Yeah.
just how it is historically. Like, yeah, y'all be seeing people on Twitter saying we don't want no broke niggas, but these broke niggas, I don't date broke niggas. But if you think about the numbers, if you think about your mama, they aunties, their grandmas, a lot of black households, the woman is running it, and that's all I'm gonna say.
We gonna leave it there.
So I mean, the numbers are showing that yeah, black women are dating down, unfortunately. And like
Yeah.
Morgan said, it's like it all comes to compromise. Is that something you're willing to give up to be with someone, or is that a non-negotiable for you? Because for some people that is a non-negotiable. And then that also leads to, at that point, like Morgan said, the filter gets worse. So then does that mean it's kind of like you're forced? I wouldn't say you're forced, but then because your filter is dwindling and it's getting worse, you are now, there's less black men for you to choose from. So now
Mhm.
in a way you are kind of funneled into dating outside of your race.
If you're
For some
adamant
people, if
about
that's,
having a
if you're
family,
exactly,
Yeah.
if that's a non-negotiable for you, you are not dating down because of blah 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 blah. It's just the pool gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay. So the next question is, do you think the dating down dilemma only hinders black women? Do you think we're
Um.
the only ones that have to deal with this? Do you think that we're the only ones that have to ask these questions? We're the only ones that have to think about this.
to this
Do you think
extent,
the black men have to think about that too? Or is it just the
no.
black women?
I think to the extent that we do, no one is touching us because I think other demographics, there's, a better proportion as far as like education wise,
Mm-hmm.
or just have, or finding people that are successful, especially, with the whites. I mean, they're
Yeah.
having a ball out there.
The whites be whiting.
Right. And for us, it's like our men are systemically destined to either end up in jail or on the street or just really not being able to prosper, and some things being in their control and other things not. So it's like there's a lot of things working against us to find someone on our level to procreate and get married to and have a nice life with. Um, yeah, I don't think other people are struggling as much.
I say this, when it's one thing when black women are successful, they're not expected to date down. You get what I'm saying? But when black men get successful, they don't mind it. Men don't mind
Mm-hmm.
getting women with money. They don't mind all of that. They don't mind dating down. Most of
Mm-hmm.
them, they
I
don't.
agree.
Even if out of their mouth they say they care, they don't, because the first thing they say to get with a woman is like, "Oh, I got this, and this.
I can do
Look
this
at
for
my
you.
wrist.
Yeah.
Look at that." Yeah. So I'm like, even though that's what their mouth might say, that's not what their actions say. I just think they just have more leeway. They don't have to. If they date down, fine. She can be a stay-at-home wife. But if we date down, it's like, oh, you taking care of a nigga? Hmm.
But I
Mm-hmm.
do think a part of that comes from just their role in society and just as a man, like to be a provider.
Yeah.
It's expected for them to make more. And I do feel like ideally that's what I would like. Um because I mean, technically yes, a man can provide for you and make less than you. But does it come to a point if he is making significantly less than you and he's providing, can you not have what you actually want because he's the one providing, if that makes sense? Like if it were
Mm-hmm.
you, you'll be able to afford this house. But because you want him to pay the mortgage, you have to get this house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, then that's a compromise. So I think it's just so many layers.
Exactly. I agree with you guys. I think it's definitely. I don't think that men they don't have that stigma if they choose to date down. Like no one's really gonna care. No one's gonna question them.
Yeah.
No one's gonna say anything.
Because they're
It's
expected to have
yeah.
the funds and
They
the
don't have to
resources.
have these conversations amongst themselves about dating down and would you date somebody who made 23,000 a year, blah blah blah. Like to them it's just like whatever, you know.
Right.
And no one would look at them crazy if they were dating someone who was quote unquote down, you know. All right, so oops, next question. Why do you think the men are so threatened by women wanting to date up? Like I feel like in the more recent years, women are on this whole kick of nigga, you broke.
Broke
I ain't
boys
touching
don't
it.
deserve no pussy. I know that.
Oh, that's
Because
right.
they, as a group,
Oh, you broke? Nigga, where your daddy
are
at?
less successful than
Literally.
it's like Black men as a whole versus Black women as a whole, again, is disproportionate. We just tend to be much more successful. So, yeah, we're coming into this age and this mindset of I want what I can provide.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And men who know that they aren't in those positions, who know that they can't reach where you are going to be threatened. I feel like um it is giving broke boy behavior. Cuz if you just couldn't do it for me, sit back, be quiet and just don't say nothing and pull out.
Because obviously I'm not talking to you.
Clearly, if I say I want to get flued out and here you come in my mentions mad, just say you can't fly me out. I don't,
Right.
or nothing at all. Just eat your salad, you know? Um, but also I think men tend to get intimidated when they see us in a position of power, when we can say this is what I want and we can say it because we can provide it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're used
Mm-hmm.
to that because I feel like us in this generation, we're running shit more than we ever have, Black women especially, and they're not used to that. So
Yes.
I think before it was women requiring things that they could not put forth, but now it's
Mm-hmm.
like I could buy
I
my own
mean, and
Lifestyle
were
bag,
they
but I
really?
want you to buy me one too.
Right. And my thing is, um, I don't think they care if we can provide it or we cannot provide it. I think it's more so the fact they just want to humble us. They don't want us to be able
Mm-hmm.
to say it. They don't want to say, because like all these basketball niggas, what they gonna do? Go find them one of the bitches who just be there looking cute, not because they got everything, but they just know they finna look cute, and I'm gonna just buy her all of this so people will think she's doing this, and she ain't really doing nothing. They don't fucking care. They just don't want women to say this is what I require. They want you to be humble. They want you to sit your ass down, get your ass in the kitchen, and have these motherfucking babies. They love this
Mm-hmm.
some patriarchy. That's the bottom
Mm-hmm.
line of that. And they don't want you girls all of a sudden now y'all talking about bro niggas don't deserve this, or I'm a city girl from 305, or I'm doing this and this. They like, hold up, wait a minute. Let's put a
Pause in
stop
the
to
gray
that.
hall.
Yeah, literally pause in the motherfucking gray hall. They don't want that. That's what I
They
hate
sure
the city
don't.
girls so much. I'm like, dang.
But even with their example, I even feel like them being able to do certain things, it doesn't make as much of an impression anymore when you're talking to a woman that is doing it on her own. It's like I
Mm-hmm.
feel like there was a time where they felt, oh, I took her out to dinner, like you doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga,
Mm-hmm.
me the way me and my friends take care of ourselves, okay? Okay. Um, you doing these little simple things is not eye catching. It's not like I feel like for them with when they can find someone who those small things that they do is just like life changing because the
Mm-hmm.
bar is literally in hell. It's like why am I going to shoot for a woman who wouldn't really be pleased by that when I can get this girl who thinks I'm like a walking superhero because
I took
I
out to
bought
dinner.
her A
2 for $25 at Chili's.
Yeah. Nah.
Nah, B. That ain't gonna work for me. No. Yeah, I definitely agree with all y'all. It's definitely the humbling part because for some reason, just men love to sit around and want to humble women. Why?
They hate us.
Literally anything somebody says, I'm like, oh my God, I just made $100 today. Well, bitch, you need to worry about why you're not making more.
Right? Or I knew you when you only had $2 to your name.
Yeah. My God.
Like, God damn, nigga.
I was
You
even
still
messing
only
with
got
you.
$2 to your name.
You
Like,
you
God
want me to
damn.
fail so bad just so you can have something to say.
Literally. And it reminds me of like how people tell, it's kind of like their attitudes toward women that want more for themselves. It's kind of like people's attitudes toward fat people that are, they say, are confident. Like, oh my gosh, you're so confident. Or like, how do you become so confident? Or it's like, it's their attitudes towards those people when they're dating. It's like, you should take whatever you get. Like, how dare you have standards? Take whatever you can get right now. And it's like, nigga, please.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my
totally
face.
That's totally a thing. So yes, I agree.
Niggas are sick.
Like,
they're sick. But that was my last question, actually.
Not many people have preferences. Wow.
Right? Like, they're like, you have a preference? Like, I've seen that so many times on Twitter. I'm like,
I'm not less of a human, you know.
Like, what do you mean?
Just in case you were wondering, you know.
Like, why?
If I don't like you, I don't like you. If I think you're ugly, I think you're ugly.
Like, what do you mean, sir?
I have the right to feel that way. I don't have to want you just because you want me.
It's always the people who look like what they are talking about. Because that just reminded me of how with the new stimulus coming out, Snoop Dogg reposted a joke about a man was like rubbing a plus size woman's back or something. I don't know what the video was, but pretty much it was like Snoop Dogg's like, yeah, the stimulus got niggas doing this, and I'm like, your wife and your daughter are dark skinned and flat. So I'm like, what are you trying to say? What do you, or even with the Regina? I mean, Regina. I was going to call him Regina Daddy, but that's what the hell he is.
Right.
Even with
they always on that type of shit. Or like when they have like a skinny woman who's like everything, all these horrible attributes, but then this fat woman who has like all these positive things, and it's like, which one would you choose?
Which one are you picking?
Like, what do you mean? What are you trying? Like, what are you saying? Like, I know what you're saying, but like, for what? For why?
And then Lil Wayne talking about somehow light skins only, exotic bitches only. Sir.
These niggas hate, on top of us not being able to find successful ones, they also hate us. It's just
literally.
Well, what do we
Don't let her be a darkie.
What do we do?
Even though they're a darkie.
Literally.
You're a darkie.
They could be darkie. They could be Kodak Black darkie. And they like, I don't date no dark bitches.
And we just be like, what do you mean by that? You know that Drewski bit. He's like,
when he looking like the moon.
What do you mean by that?
Help me understand.
Help me understand, because I'm not understanding. It's not understanding right now. Your mama's a darkie, so I'm like,
literally.
These niggas be talking a lot of stuff for their mama.
They be talking about their mom every time. They be like, I could never date a woman. I could never date a woman that's 200 plus pounds. Your mama.
Literally.
Does your mama know you out here talking about her people?
That's the apple of your eye.
I ain't fucking my mama.
That's crazy.
These folks crazy.
Crazy. But yeah, that was my last question.
All right.
So we can go to the word of the week. Period. You gonna do your jingle?
Yeah, I thought. Oh, never mind. We're not doing that.
Yeah, the transitions after.
If you wanna be smart and you wanna know how to speak, you come to Not That Complicated for the word of the week.
Period.
All right. Today's word is attitudinize, spelled ATTITUDINIZE, and it means to assume an affected mental attitude, pose. Used in a sentence, she kept her position. She seemed absorbed in the view. Is she posing? Is she attitudinizing for my benefit? Longville asked of himself.
I challenge you all to use that word in your vocabulary this week. Attitudinize. It's a verb.
Yep.
So I challenge you all to use that in your conversations, in your work meetings, talking to your mama, talking to your daddy, talking to your kids. I challenge you.
Give them, multi-syllabic words,
Yep, period. All right,
we're
DJ.
kids.
All right.
Alrighty, so for the not that complicated, we have this. This perfectly goes with the topic. So the question, the scenario is I cannot talk. My wife makes 3 times more than I do a month. You think I'm embarrassed? Question mark. You think I'm hurt not being the breadwinner? Question mark. Not one bit. I do the dishes like the good little husband I am. Okay. Reply. There's a reply. Someone says, I'm totally fine with making more than my husband if I was making really good money. Me making $90K and him making $30 ain't gonna cut it in this day and age and for my lifestyle. Yeah. So go to the first person where he said his wife makes 3 times more than he does. If this was you, if you were presented with this, making 3 times more than your husband, because he is he does the dishes. I don't know. I don't know if this has always been the case.
Right.
But
we get married. Did it always
I would, first of all, for me to marry someone who makes that I make 3 times more than, like, we would have to pass a certain amount of money. Like, I make 3 million, you make 1. Okay, cool. Like, that's fine.
What if you make, let's go something more realistic, 300,000 and 300,000? I mean,
you mean
100,000? Yes.
Like, see, this is the thing. I would only do it if I could still have the life I want and you can provide. Like I'm saying, like, if I want a certain house, but you can't afford the mortgage on that house, so I have to settle for another house, then I'm gonna be mad.
So what?
You might have to do a little settling, because 100,000 without take the taxes out, it's like probably like 80 something. What is that? Probably like 88.
Yeah. So let's say so you wouldn't like come together and be like, all right, you pay this amount on the mortgage, I pay this amount on the mortgage.
I don't want to pay on the mortgage, period.
Okay, so how about you
supplemental bills? Sure. Like,
so how about y'all just get a joint account and then he'll pay the mortgage just from the joint account? You just wouldn't know.
Because I'm only putting in a joint account what I owe on the supplemental bills. Like the gas, the Wi-Fi, the groceries.
I don't want to pay the mortgage either, but if
I had to throw in like a super small amount just so I could have the house I really wanted, maybe. But it depends on the man, because I can only settle but for so much.
Yeah.
Like if I gotta pay $300 on the mortgage, but you be talking crazy, that's too much. And ain't no flowers.
$300 on a $2,500 mortgage ain't nothing.
It's something. It's something.
Sick
woman. That's a Burberry scarf, sweetie. Okay, that's
sick woman.
You still got your whole.
That's a YSL AirPod case, sweetie.
You still got your whole check though. See, I ain't that bad.
You're supposed to be the provider. Provide.
I ain't that bad. If it's gonna stop me from having my dream house, my dream lifestyle, I'm willing to pitch in.
How much though? Half?
I ain't saying no.
A quarter?
If I have to pay, if we have to split half and half, then some other stuff gonna have to be half and half. That's not monetary. I'm not being a maid. I'm not doing the house. I'm not doing wifely duties half and half. Everything's gonna be split half and half. If we want to, throw away patriarchy and the provider status, we're throwing it all away.
Yeah. So would you go a quarter?
Yeah, I already said I'm willing to donate.
I feel like the quarter is my that's my max. Okay. I'm not gonna half on you with no mortgage half. Oh no. That's just
if we go half on the bills, we're gonna have to go half on everything else too. Everything, all the other stuff that's not financial.
And I don't want to live life that way. I want to provide some things. I'll provide some things. Cool. Like I don't.
That's what I thought of. Like I'm not thinking, okay, the light bill $40, you 20, me 20. I ain't thinking that.
I'm perfectly fine with my husband pays the mortgage. I'll pay, Wi-Fi, gas, bills. I might even do the car insurance.
That's gonna add up to half. If you pay,
I mean, if he could do the car notes too, great, love that for us. And then I'll do the insurance.
That's pretty much half. If you do, y'all just splitting it up by that. That's half.
But I don't know. For me and my mindset, I need you to take care of the actual house.
I'm right. Pretty much, he just got one bill, and you got 10.
No, he has other. Like he would have other bills, but I'm just saying like things that I'm willing to like. Because if he has the mortgage and the cars, that's not really half then. And I'm paying like utilities and car insurance and Wi-Fi.
So if we're in this situation, what's the question?
If you're in this situation, what you doing? Would you stay? Would you?
I would. That's what I was saying. Like I could only make 3 times of what my husband is making if we were at a certain tax bracket, to where we got money and we just got money. Like it's fine, whatever.
And I'm gonna stay because obviously he was already either making that much money, and then I was okay with it, so I got married to him, or something happened where he started making less money, but now he just gotta work to start making more money. But you got a time frame. If that's the case, you got a limit. You need to hurry up.
There's a limit to my love.
I'm gonna say, I ain't never getting with nobody that I make 3 times more than him a month.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but obviously we got married. So what happened there? Something was amiss. Something happened.
Something's aloof. Yeah, no, that's sick. That is disgusting.
Yeah. For everyday normal person life, no.
If we were that's you making 75,000 and he's making what, 25?
Yeah, if we were rich,
you can't do nothing with that.
Like we in the millions. Like, at that point, I don't care. We're millionaires. Right. If I'm making $1 million and you're making, what would that be, 300,000 kind of, or 350? Well,
yeah,
something like that. Well, that's not bad though. Like, because I feel like not everyone's passions is gonna make them like a millionaire. Yeah. But if you can, like I said, if you can provide the life that I want, cool. Legally, cool. If you can pay the mortgage I want on my house with your $350, cool. That's fine.
Agreed.
Indeed. I agreed.
My phone is dirty.
All right, so that was all I had. Thank you guys for coming and listening to yet another episode of Not That Complicated. Make sure you are subscribed to us wherever you get your podcast so you can always stay up to date with the newest episodes. Also, make sure you're following us on Instagram at Not That Complicated Pod and subscribe to that YouTube channel so you can also get the visuals, okay?
And make sure you tell a friend because we're almost at 1,000 plays.
Literally, tell a friend, share, tell them, pick your favorite episode and let them know. I mean, all of our episodes I feel like are really good starting points, but I'm trying to think of the best episode where someone should start.
One where there's all 3 of us, because there's been some.
Yeah. think a good one is probably the girls trip one. I feel like that's a good one to start at if you want
You
to.
can see
You
the
just need to listen
dynamic
to one.
of this
Boom.
friend group.
Yes. But anyways, if you're feeling fancy, make sure you are following the host. You can follow me at Tejah, SEAUXTEJAH.
Ah, fuck.
Oh,
And me
your
at
pod.
2_ Jametra, Jametra.
And I am Moashco on all social media platforms. That's MOASHCO. You already know. Coming through the door, drop it to the flow. About to give you Mo. Thanks for listening, beautiful people.
See you guys next
Bye.
week.
Y'all
Hear
next
you
week.
guys next week.
Girl, that was lame as hell. Bye.